bum bum banana. Hey, welcome. So what do you do when your very cute, very supportive girlfriend is kind of feeling frustrated about the progress with her drift car? Is you try to make some progress with the drift car. Now, we're gonna let this boy air out. He's a little moist. Here, speaking of moist, ain't no boys there. No, we're gonna go take a little bit of time and see if we can fit some 4-bolt drums onto a 5-bolt axle. I know it's a bit weird, but if we can convert her 5-bolt axle to a 4-bolt using an existing drum, we don't have to re-drill drums, which is sweet. We can get some new ones, and we know that the bolt pattern will be correct. So we're gonna steal a car, and we're gonna go play with some drum and stuff, and then yeah, we'll go maybe give her a hi. Here you go. This corner is notoriously bad for people crossing and getting clipped, because the lane sort of ends halfway through. So you'll see there's actually 4 lanes here, and it becomes 3 halfway through the intersection. You actually have to angle yourself over the crosswalk there. It's really strange. Sometimes I'll try to film this just because there's so many collisions that happen at this intersection. So nothing today. So I went to steal a vehicle, or to borrow a vehicle, and I couldn't steal it. That's okay. Most of Victoria is small enough that you can just walk. So we've got a lovely walk down to the parts store. I've got my tools to measure with. I was hoping to go over to Jacqueline's house and take one of the original drums off, which is not part of the walk today, sadly. But what we'll do is we'll compare an original drum, a new one, to a 4-bolt one. So what we're doing is a Toyota truck rear axle. So 2-wheel drive, 1989. It is a 5x114 bolt pattern. We want a 4x114 bolt pattern. And so a similar axle was actually sold in the Toyota Van LE. Sadly, we couldn't get a Van LE rear axle. It's just too hard to find, and often are the wrong codes. So there are some 7.5 ones, there's some 7.1 size ones, and it's hard to talk to owners and things like that in regards to finding the information we need. So instead, we found a very available Toyota truck axle, and we're going to convert it hopefully to 4-bolt. So let's compare the drums. I did some pre-research online to see maybe the diameters are correct. It looks like the diameters are actually the same, the internal diameter. So I think they're 264 millimeters, or I can't remember exactly. But the big thing that I needed to be the same was our depth as well. So if the depth is the same, if the diameter is the same, then it's really just about re-drilling the axles. So it looks like we've got the Toyota 2-wheel drive here. Its overall diameter is actually 10-inch, and our depth is 60.75-ish. It's 5-bolt. You can see on our Toyota one here. You can see on our Toyota Van LE one here the actual diameter and depth. So we've got the same depth, same diameter, just our hub bores are different. That's really it. So that's kind of really exciting. 56, it even says listed on them. Now it does. So yeah, they look compatible. Okay, so we did some measurements. They both have an internal diameter of 10-inch. They both have a depth of about 60.75 millimeters. And they just have different hub bores. So that's kind of the big problem. They're both by 114. What I mean by that is one of those drums is 5x114, so it has 5 bolts. But on the same bolt circle, they've actually made 4x114 for the van axle. So what we can do is we can punch out 4 of the 5 of the studs that are on the original Toyota truck rear axle. Slip the drum on, get the hub bore correct, because we're gonna have to size up the hub bore, which is just some grinding. Probably a proper machining would be best. Then once we fit the drum on, not only will the single stud and the center bore, or the hub bore of our drum sort of locate that, but What we can do then is re-drill the axles using that as just a bit of a template or a guide. So it gives us a little bit more opportunity to get things just right for her car. So I'm excited. Let's go say hi to her.
Hello.
Ta-da. We got distracted on our adventures here for measurements, so we're now digging into fitting, I guess, Blitz 03s.
Test fitting.
Test fitting.
The
Blitz 03s.
real product is the Meisters.
You not get lip yet?
For the 17s I have, not for the rear. So, I do have money set aside for this.
So that's
So I would like to get this built this year and taking it on the car. This year is the year for my Super, I think.
Wheel flip has these. You should be okay.
Yeah, because I want to stay with the double roll too, of course,
Yeah.
obviously. But so I do have the lift for the 17s here, and they will bring it out to the same spec as that technically. So because this is a 9.5. So
Do we have a confession story with our dents?
This isn't. I got them given to me like this.
Okay.
So this is why I got them. So these wheels were given to me because of this.
That's fair. Yeah.
Otherwise, I do know the story is MR2 into the curb.
That's fair. Yeah. Snap oversteer.
MR2 stuff.
Don't no, not snap oversteer. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go see Jacqueline at work. Before I go to work, might as well. We're in the area while we're looking at those brake drums. So might as well go say hi to her. So we'll go check her out. We'll interrupt her at work, and we'll see how it goes. We'll even creep her car in the parking lot. Let's do that. Dun 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 dun. Make sure to look both ways before crossing the street. You can even look for reverse lights or cars running, so that if somebody's about to pack out of a parking spot, you're not going to get hit. And she is. Here's her little automobile. Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum. Ta-da! That's hers. It's nice. Let's go do a thing. Let's go say hi to her. We're recording you at work. Dun, dun, dun. It's Cresta, is it? Okay, that's fair. We surprised her at work. We snuck in. We got some yummy goods. So that's kind of it for today. I'm gonna head home. We're gonna do some work. I'm gonna go teach some students, and then I'll get back to doing some more design stuff. But yeah, to conclude, what kind of happened today is we did find out that the 4-bolt drums will work on the 5-bolt axles as long as we push out the extra studs and grind the hub bore out. So that's kind of where we're at.
I'm gonna go look at some cars. There's treasures under there. Dun 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 dun. He's a spicy boy.
Full Tokyo Auto Salon.
Hell yeah.
2004.
2004.
The short wheelbase XL Aurora.